Good morning, you guys, and welcome to another winter weekend vlog starting out bright and early in the morning. As always, we are really feeling the crispness of these winter mornings, but I'm so thankful for every day that I get to just spend these weekends cooking in my kitchen and diddle-dallying in my garden with my baby. So on today's agenda, we are going to head out to some nurseries. I know, big shock. We have a couple of seeds that I want to start this weekend. I also had some amazing planter boxes delivered yesterday that we have time to fool around and start planning for spring with. As you guys know, I am really trying to lean into the cottage garden this year. I want to also include some edible elements so that I can start practicing growing my own food. I feel like it is such a privilege to be able to have the space to grow your own food, and I feel like it's becoming a lost art or a lost piece of our gratitude system. So I'm trying to include that more into my daily rhythms, as well as making food from scratch. Here you can see I'm making some buttermilk rusks. They were delicious, by the way. Anyway, the nursery of choice today is Schaffler's Nursery, and they have a beautiful antique section filled with that coastal grandma aesthetic. I particularly eyed some beautiful art pieces today. Unfortunately, I have nowhere to put any new art pieces, so it was just some admiration coming from me this morning. However, they also have the most beautiful book section, and actually, come to think of it, books is quite a theme in this vlog. We visit 2 secondhand bookstores and a reader's warehouse. Starting my Audible books has really gotten me back into the reading spirit, and I'm so excited to share the journey with you guys.
Hello you guys, we are in the little secondhand bookshop here at Schaffler's Nursery. I'm having a little squiz around, seeing if I can find any like coffee table books is really what I'm looking out for. Such a cozy little space. I love coming here. They have so many books on gardening, like as they should. But let's have a look around, shall we?
I am and have always been a fantasy reader. I have read the likes of ACOTAR and Fourth Wing, and Harry Potter has always been my ride or die. My mom started me out with Enid Blyton as a child. I think the first book I ever remember her reading to me was The Faraway Tree, and ever since then I have been fairy and fae obsessed. Well, fae in the adulthood, if you know what I mean. But if you guys have any recommendations within the fantasy, romance, or even, it doesn't have to be fantasy, books, I would be greatly appreciative, because if you read fantasy, I think you know that you need to take breaks in between, or else the writing can start to become stale. They use a lot of the same expressions throughout these themes of books, and if you know, you know, he growled and she hissed and God's above. So I'm so intrigued to try a different genre in between finishing the Assassin series and starting a new fantasy novel. I know Sarah J. Maas's new book of ACOTAR is coming out in October, which I am racing towards finishing the rest of her books before then, so that I can be all caught up and with the girlies. But I do think I'm going to need a break. But anyway, how gorgeous are all the seedlings looking at this nursery. My violas are also starting to pop up and give a second flush of blooms, and I'm so excited to appreciate those throughout the week this week. But yeah, having a look around, there's so much life starting to spring up, and growing season being only a month and a half away, I just can't help but be gravitated towards the nursery and plant spaces. So just breathe it in with me, I guess. And let's get back to the vlog. Hello, and welcome back to another Cozy Planty vlog. Nobody was going to tell me that my mic wasn't on that whole time we were in the nursery, so I hope you enjoyed that B-roll montage vibe. I did it. I got the begonia that I was gushing over. Begonia actonifolia. gorgeous oak leaf begonia. Like, I actually can't believe I found something this beautiful, so we are going to cherish her. I am sat down to film a video on a anthurium spa day, a spa day for all of my anthurium, because gods know they need it. So I'm about to sit down and film that. So I have made myself a gorgeous concoction of tea. I'm gonna have my tea, repot some anthurium. Feel free to go and hop over to that video, and I will catch up with you guys a little bit later. We are at Builders. Mission is to acquire a general idea on how much gravel costs, the plastic for the inserts of my planter boxes, and a general squiz around. So grab your bags, let's go. I was walking past Reader's Warehouse when I saw a sale sign, so naturally I had to come in. I was thinking that it might be a good idea to get the hard physical copy of the book I'm listening to on Audible if I can find it on sale or like secondhand, because sometimes I do want to sit down and just read the book, and I would love to have that option. They have so many cute like little collections here as well. Let's see. I am seeing Miss Sarah J. Maas, but not Air Fire, which is what we are currently reading, but let's keep looking. Alrighty guys, take a look at the new planters. So it turns out that I got the wrong thing today. I was supposed to get weed guard as well as plastic for the sides right now, so we're not going to be able to line these today, but I do want to show you. I did some transplanting the other day. I moved all the poppies and the plants that were in this section over here because they were just not getting enough sun and they weren't doing well. So we have an empty section over there, and I have transplanted them all into pots over here. As you can see, some of them are experiencing a bit of transplant shock, I would say. Especially the snapdragons are looking a bit wilty. So I just want to do a little bit of rearranging, move the planters out of the way of the sun, and kind of just organize my thoughts. So you guys are just going to hang around with me while I do that. Also, look at the hyacinths that are starting to bloom. Like, is that not beautiful? That beautiful white hyacinth. Stunning. So, we're going to end the vlog now. Baby is in bed.
Can I get that water that we spoke about?
Yeah, go reach over there. I've got no hands. Baby's in bed and we are suffering the Sunday blues, and the only cure to that is a Modern Family marathon. So that's what we're about to do. But before we do that, someone has left you a comment, and he already knows the comment because we kind of just filmed this and I wasn't recording. Is the mic on? The mic's on.
Put the reaction.
That wasn't recording. No, please don't tell me that one.
I have some water.
But the question is, how did I get Carl to be on board? What was the process of getting him on board with my whole natural, non-toxic approach? And I said that I would let him answer. And now that I know the answer, it's very funny, but go ahead and tell me.
Never give them a choice. Double down. Fill 3 bags worth of clothes that's not cotton or aligns with your views. And then when they break down in tears, double down by taking their favorite slippers and sandals and stuff away. Yes. This is the truth. This happened. These are actual things.
I did. I made him go through the cupboard and get rid of all of his...
my gold jacket. My pimp outfits.
That was a favor on multiple levels.
Yeah.
But... I did. I threw away all of his deodorant and his hair products and all of the stuff that didn't align with like the lifestyle I was trying to implement. I donated or threw it away, and I'm not ashamed to say.
And then I was given an option of keeping 3 items, of which I was allowed to keep 1 item.
over time.
So it got bad. I don't have a gold jacket anymore. So I'm never going to be that cool guy again.
And the one time he put on cologne. And I made us drive.
We didn't speak in the car.
We didn't speak. I put all the windows down and I made us freeze our bums off. I regret that. It was very mean. And I was taking it overboard. That's why we moved over to 80-20.
That's why we moved house.
No.
There was too much deodorant from past users. And
There actually is, because Forever Chemicals.
Forever chemicals.
Yeah.
See, double down. Never change. Gaslight them. What else is there?
But you said now, I asked him, I said, when you follow the healthy habits and stuff I'm trying to implement into our lifestyle, do you feel better? And your answer was?
Yes, no, definitely. I'm on 12 tablets, a whole bunch of other things, and all of them have been great for mood. I'm not someone that's particularly fond of or makes a concerted effort to find greenery or
Carl hasn't
vegetables.
seen a green vegetable since 2002.
Well, that's not true, because I have a whole sachet of all the single vegetables in known existence. And if I don't have that for a few days, I do feel the mood. It's completely true. It's completely true. But I do want my deodorant back.
It's not going to happen. Double down.
Double down.
Gaslight.
Sleep with their sister. I don't know. I'm just thinking of toxic things.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're still watching, comment down below some green hearts and stay tuned for next week's vlog, because I'm going to be solo parenting for the first time in forever for 6 days, because Carl selfishly has to go and celebrate his brother's 21st. Yeah. Screw you, Challen. Actually.
Well, there goes the strike. You keep taking this out.
Oh, I'm joking. Anyway, stay tuned for that vlog of me. And we'll see you in the next.
I'm going to watch that one. That's going to be great.
Goodbye and good night. I've started calling them my honeybees, so you can help me say good night, honeybees.
Good night, honeybees.